In this vlog, we will see how to upload data in the form of collections into Firebase storage. Okay, so here we will see what are the dependencies required. You need to add Firebase Firestore dependency here, and also you need to configure your project with the Firebase Assistant. So when you go into Tools Firebase, you will be having a Firebase Assistant loaded up here, so using which you can handle your project configuration things. So here we are dealing with the real-time database, so you need to add your database to your project. So, and if you are still having any doubts regarding the Firebase Assistant, you might refer to the link provided in the card section. Okay, so these are all the dependencies. The important dependency is Firestore. Okay, so let us see the design. We will be getting a clarity of what are we doing. So as you can see, it's a very simple. Okay, we are having two buttons, that's it, for writing data and reading data. Okay, I am showing you the predefined data over here. We can also make some edit text and we can take the user input and all those things. I mean, for making it a simpler to you understand, I am making it's a static data only. There is no problem. If you take edit text also, you need to provide your edit text value here. Here this is a value and here it will be a key. I think you might know this. It's a mapping. If you are a new beginner and having difficulty dealing with these things, please do let me know in the comment section below. I will surely help you. And here we have added our on-click listeners, and here we have used synthetic binding. I have discussed this many times, and if you are still having any doubts, I will provide you the link for the Kotlin synthetic binding. Here we are initializing a database object, okay, using the Firebase Firestore. Okay, so here we are initializing our on-click listeners. You can see here we have two buttons, write data and read data. So let us see the database. It's the first and important thing. You will get the clarity. This is our project name, and here is the console is loaded, and in this particular topic we are dealing with database. Okay, so if you are a beginner and you're first time seeing this console, you might surely face some difficulties because these two options will not be there for you. There will be some this authentication database, these four things will be displayed here, image pictographically, and it will be giving you a basic introduction kind of thing. So it's click on the get started after going through the instructions provided by the Firebase. Okay, and if you're still having any problem, do let me know. I will surely help you. So here in the previous tutorial we have dealt with real-time database, and now we are looking forward for Cloud Firestore. Okay, so click on it, and as I have said in the previous tutorial also, it's a very important step. Rules is the first important step you need to provide. Here I am giving permission for every, even user and non-user, I mean for everyone I am giving an permission to read and write to this particular bucket. Okay, so it is also showing you a warning, you can see, right? In the real-time projects you will not provide this particular permission. There will be some restrictions, so you need to provide those restrictions in the rules section. And if you are having any doubts in this particular rules, let me know, I will help you. Okay, here is our data, and you can see currently it is empty. And you say the statistics also, you can see here how many reads and writes. So here you can see 25 too. So I have used this database, and for your knowledge I have just cleared all the data, and from starting I am showing you again. So here you can also manually create some collections and add data, and you can retrieve it from your applications. But we also create an application, we also make a collection from application only in this particular tutorial. Okay, so here you can see I have considered an hash map which has a string as a key value, and on the other side it can be anything. It might be an integer, it might be, here you can see we have added id as an integer, and here it is a string. Okay, so here these are the fields I am going to add into our collection. So to do that, we need to have a name for the collection, right? So it's a users, I am providing the name, and here we are adding a listener on success listener and on failure listener. So what will these things do is, like, it will create a collection over here with the name user, and inside that it will create a document for you. So it will be providing a document number, and inside the document the data will be stored. Don't get confused, I will clearly show you what is happening in backend. So let us try to run our code. You can see it's a very simple project, there is nothing much typical thing. I want to make sure it is very easier for you to understand, so I am making the tutorials very simple, because if you have a basic knowledge of what is what, then you can do wonders with these concepts. Okay, so here our application is loaded. So there is a database, I said, you can get a very good clarity actually. So here you can see there is nothing. We will try to write the data. Okay, these things take some time because they are asynchronous tasks basically. So I think the data is loaded. Let us try to refresh our database. You might feel difficult because sometimes the data will be loaded a bit late depending upon your network connections and all those things. Also you need to refresh it every time. It will sometimes it not automatically loads the data, so please take care of these small things and don't get confused. Here you can see users, we have provided the name for the collection here, right? So from here it has taken the name users, and inside it will create a document id itself dynamically. Okay, we are not going to provide this, so we have not provided this actually, ukjp, it has dynamically created this. So here the fields which we have provided here, right? So all these fields alphabetical order wise, a is the first, right? A, e, f, I. Okay, so in this form it is loaded, and you can make the editings and delete all the things if you want. Okay, so here is id 1. So let us try to add one more for your knowledge. Let's make it 2 actually, not 2, just make it Abby. Okay, and the same details again. I don't want to make waste your time, so let us make it faster. Okay, try to write again. Just you can see here the another document is loaded, and when you go there id2 is loaded and your name Abhi. Okay, here it is Abhishek, and here it's, so how many documents we have? We have 2 documents, right, under the collection users. So what is the other thing we are going to see? Reading the data. Okay, we have uploaded the data to our database, and now it's time to look at the data. So you can see, right, here the code I will provide. Whenever you write the data, you will get the document id also here. In on success listener you will be getting a document id, and I have printed it here. Okay, so don't worry, the code will be provided in the description section below. You need not write the code, I will provide the code. You just listen to this tutorial first. If you understand this, in future you can write yourself. Okay, so here now let us try to read the code. Okay, I will click on the read data, and you can see here user download size is 2. Okay, so what is this 2? We are having 2 collections, right? So the list of the size of the list is 2 here. Just for your sake I have printed it here because you will understand. Here you can see size of the result. And here you can see our data is loaded from the first collection, and here no, it's the first document is loaded here and the second document is loaded here. See, id2 and id1. So by using this for loop we can also load a list. You can make this as your requirement. Okay, I am just providing you the upload and download of and what is the process. So this is how we will upload the data. This is Cloud Firestore. Okay, we previously dealt with real-time database and this is Cloud Firestore, so don't get confused. And you can refer to the previous tutorial also for the real-time database thing. So we have dealt with this uploading and downloading, so this is for this tutorial. And don't forget the rules thing, because if you are confused in the rules thing you can't go ahead, I mean you can't proceed with the tutorial. So be confident with these rules. We have provided read and write access for all, for all the users under any condition. Generally we don't provide like this, so please take care. And when you are making a real-time application, don't provide this rule I am saying. Okay, so this is how the collections are stored. And if you like this tutorial, please do share, like and subscribe to our channel and hit on the notification bell icon. And for the code you can refer to the comment section below. I have provided the code and also the tutorials regarding Firebase. I have provided the links below, and if you are having any doubts please do let me know in the comment section, and also can reach me in my Instagram handle. I will give a faster reply over there. And thank you.